Hello, hello. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the New York session here today. And what a lovely session here.
Morning.
Hey,
Good
good morning.
morning. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
What up, people?
Oh,
Anyone catch those GJ cells?
I only caught part of the move.
Nope.
Wish I left a runner.
Yes, I had a runner from yesterday.
Nice. Yeah, those GJ sells around 8:30.
G just sells again after 8:30.
Yeah. What? Like, when did you catch your cells? The runner.
Oh, they were
Assassin.
they were from yesterday from 134.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yesterday from 134. Because I was looking at the daily, like we've been talking about the daily, how this previous. Okay, let me just move everything here. This daily here was a smoking gun. Like the Asian session analysis I've been sending, this one here,
Mhm.
this daily candle. And then once we started closing below, this was yesterday's daily candle that closed with no wick, but then it was respecting 134 on the 4 hour.
Awesome.
Yeah, right there. This area here. Asian session respected, so I was like, okay, you know what? Probably gonna leave it running. If it comes down, it might come down to 133, even 133, 200. But wasn't expecting this fall till New York, But I woke up and it was already down to like 132, 600 here. This major support.
Yeah, that is nasty.
Yeah.
This is my trade from last night, but I wish I left that runner.
good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
More.
Yeah, man. I don't think I'm getting out of bed today.
It's the kind of
man,
move we
because
used to get in London, but it hasn't happened for a while.
all the moves looks like it played out already.
So London created a low, waiting for support to be formed to go up, but bearish kind of close. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty tricky here, GJ. We'll have to kind of like wait a bit. Oh wow, okay, I see that. Stephanus.
Yeah. It would have been nice. I just closed it early because it was Monday. I just didn't want to be in a trade late at night. Did
Yeah,
not
makes
think it was
sense.
going to do that.
Yeah, so if it's coming at the support, it needs to you want to see some sort of a bullish candles forming here to have some sort of a retracement. But overall, I think it's making a low to maybe come up, and then that low might get retested. I don't know if that retest you're gonna see on the 4 hour or the 1 hour, because this is like a huge move.
Yeah.
Call like 120 pips, like crazy.
Until I see the strong pullback, I'm not getting out of bed. I'll just sit here and watch the charts.
I see at least like a 20 or 30% pullback. I think it'll react to the support, but we'll see.
Gold even moved too, man.
Gold had a wild move,
Yeah.
like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, weekly on GJ. We were right about the analysis from yesterday. Sent in the Asian did come down all the way down here. Major support. Yeah, I guess if you're looking for buys, you'd want to see a 30-minute candle close bullish or something like that to identify if it now becomes support. And then price should continue up.
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
Morning. Morning.
Morning. Yeah, not really sure what caused the pound to drop, but I think with the blows coming to oil, I think major currencies are going to start dropping. Pound, euro, dollar. Not sure why gold dropped, but yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. I mean, major currencies are going to get dropping. Like, I mean, if this major support gets broken on GJ, man, GJ's falling further down, like 130, 500. That could be a.
Because the daily candle didn't even make a wick yet, so it has to give you a pullback.
Oh, it did make a wick. There's a wick on the daily candle.
Where no, but I'm talking about that the bottom. You're gonna have at least a little mini wick.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
If it wants to continue down tomorrow, then it'll fill that. So we should see some sort of pullback.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Like some sort of pullback, maybe to like 133, 160, and then continue down.
Oh, pound dropped due to the extension in lockdowns in the UK.
What was that longer? Oh no.
Yeah.
What they extended to May 15th?
I don't know.
I don't think that's why. That happened a couple of days ago.
Yeah. They said 3 weeks. It was a couple of days ago.
It happened 5 days ago. The extension.
Yeah, so this chart, I think you'll need to wait for a support to break. I mean, shit, man. At least put some labels on it. $133. It's like 50 pips away, this area here. Let's take a look at 1 hour here. So perfect. So now, see, 133 is far away. Like it's way up over here. So if we extend this all the way here to the left and try to match up with, okay, yeah, see, it matches up right over here. 133. 133. So basically, what's happening is that this was a consolidation area. So if you look left, I'll show you here. Right? So between 133 and 132,400, this is a big range. This is a big range area. You know, so you could see price come up to close to 133. The support has been formed here in 30 minutes. And that's going to be formed once the 30-minute closes bullish. $16 pip stop. Ooh, there's a lot of volume in GJ today. Why did we drop? It's killing me. Yeah, I don't think the lockdown extension would have made it drop that much. Look left on weekly, 131, 300 GJs. Not for today, but sells under 132, 420.
Morning, guys. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, Roger. Quick question.
What?
An aggressive move. Would you go in on the previous 30-minute candle if it passes that wick?
Down?
No, up.
Up. I think aggressive move would be someone going in right now, having stop below the 30-minute candle, like around a 15, 16 pip stop.
All right. Thank you, man.
Yeah, because if it crosses the previous candle, then your stop is going to be a little bigger, you know, like it's going to be 26, 27 pips. So I'd rather be in a little early with a smaller stop loss than to, like, you know, be in later with the larger stop loss. Do you think GJ could be biased today? Or wait to see if it breaks major support? I mean, I don't know. If GJ breaks this major support, that's going to be something extraordinary, you know, because it already fell in London. And if it breaks the support, that's going to be massive.
Like, look at the daily candle. What's the biggest move GJ ever had in one day?
This one. Did you enter GJ already? No, I just closed GJ. I was in sell since yesterday. I closed that here at the bottom.
Oh, if I would have held the position I had from yesterday, sheesh. Oh my god, it's like
it's Matt. Oh, it's Matt.
Oh,
Okay, brother. I was missing you yesterday, man. Were you still in?
what's up, brother? How's everything? Good.
Yeah, cool, man.
160 pips from when I posted that chart, and I would have held that. But I closed at 20 and then I want at 10.
Spreads are looking nice on gold. Might have to get out of bed.
Yeah, so basically two things are going to happen on GJ. One is going to be like you might want to take a buy if a support is formed to maybe something like 132, 900, 133. The second thing is going to be if you're really, really patient, you're going to wait for price to come up, create some sort of a resistance, and then to come back down to retest that low. So waiting for a resistance to be formed for price to come down to retest the low is going to be a much better, safer trade because you're going to be waiting and you're going to have a better probability of it coming down. You know, buying after the support is formed is going to be a little risky because now this is going to be a counter trend trade, but you're going to be taking it on the fact that we had a big move down, so there has to be some sort of a correction. So basically, you'll be buying that correction. So you'll have two types of traders here. One, they'll be buying the correction. The second set is going to wait for a resistance to be formed and then they'll take the trade. Kind of like what we did in the Asian session yesterday.
Yeah, I posted the chart so you can.
Yeah.
In the chat. It was such a pretty easy entrance.
Oh,
And,
nice.
Yeah.
See, if you would have focused on GJ instead of oil, you would have probably caught this.
The oil thing was today, like literally, like in the morning.
Oh, nice.
Like it was literally 20 seconds. It built support and I just bought it and it just went up. 20 seconds.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, I don't trade oil. You know that, and I know it fucks up with my I mean, messes up with my psychology and everything. But
Yeah.
I saw it. I was clicking by it, and I saw. I don't have my charts. I only have GJ and gold.
But you don't trade oil, but you still traded oil.
Yeah.
All right, let's just leave it at that.
All right, let's leave it at that. Let's not get into an argument. How's everyone doing today?
Very good. Very good.
Very good, Vincent. Who else?
Ooh, took
Anybody
a sell
else?
at this candle, but went close. It got stopped out. Was this a valid entry?
Very good.
For a retest. Yeah, I think the better entry would have been later on. Because when you took a sell, I don't know if you went in profits or what happened, but looks like you went in profits and then you held the position and hit your stop loss up over here. You know, every time when I said this, that always look to see how you could have made things better. If I got $1 for every time I said that, I'd probably have $100. Like I'd say $1,000, but I've definitely said that like 100 times. Because you know, when you lose a trade, you look at it back and you start to think that, okay, how could I have made this losing trade like a less losing trade? You tend to find more things. I mean, it's just simple logic. You're just using some cognitive thinking. You know, you're using logic. When you don't look at things like that, then there's no point for you to trade. You should just quit trading. You know, I mean, if your price hits stop loss and you can't figure out how you could have minimized that stop, there's no point in continuing trading because it's it's not hard. It's just you just got to use some common sense. You know that if you're losing, how could you make that loss smaller? You know, like if you're going through a heartbreak, what can you do to make that heartbreak, hurt less?
Tequila.
Tequila, yeah, there we go, tequila.
People are checking the chat. So. I was supposed to be banned for a week. That's right. I completely forgot.
Ooh, what's this chart? Nice, beautiful chart. We have a line going up and we have a line coming down. That's good.
It's a dotted line. That means like he bought from there.
Yeah. No one's in any trades. Yeah, no one's in any trades. I think someone's in buys on GJ.
I'm in full margin oil buys. I'm just kidding.
Can you please elaborate on why you believe a wickless candle gives a 50-50 chance of going in either direction? Yeah, I think there are some webinars on my YouTube. You can take a look and then you can find your answer. All right, what's this? Hard TP should have held second entry, but gains been exceeded for the day. Oh, nice. Man, nice. Isher entered over here. Candle came down. Wow, it's crazy. Now that I look at it, I think
That was a
London.
move.
Yeah, London session gives clean opportunities.
Well, it was ranging for a bit.
Yeah. But
And
once
after
it,
the little range, it came down super nice.
yeah, it gives some nice opportunity.
Mhm.
Because if this was ranging and you're anticipating a break, then maybe London Open, yeah.
Yeah, right after London Open, I think, right?
Yep.
I don't know. Chris, he said that to not even get on London because it was gonna be ranging. I woke up, I looked at it, it was ranging, and I woke up again like 15 minutes after, and I just saw that big drop. I think Erwin caught it.
All right, what's this? Key support level, looking for price to form support. Here for a move to fill the wick. Target, counter trend trade. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense there on the 30 minutes. I mean, if you're waiting for a price to Oh yeah, perfect. Because it broke the high of the previous 30-minute candle right over here. And now this wick becomes the destination, and hopefully price will come up to 116, 500, 530. It's like a 14 pip range, pretty small range. EJ doesn't have any ranges these days. You see this, it's a 13, 14 pip range. If you look at GJ has a much better range. Alright, US 30. Price broke support, waiting for confirmation to sell. Target is down over here, stop loss. Actually, you know what? Let's take a look at US 30 here.
What?
Because
You're gonna look at Dow? Dow?
Is it Dow?
Is it down? Dow? Yeah. Dow Jones. Is it down? Down?
What's this? 30-minute chart. 30-minute
Cool.
chart.
Is it possible to trade? Oh, I'm sorry. Is it possible to trade Dow on based on just technicals? I mean, it's pretty hard, right?
I don't know, if you just watch it for a couple of weeks, you probably get the hang of it.
Yeah, I guess because oil is kind of like very, very fun. That's much more fundamental.
So if we break this support, seems like 4 hours should come down over here. But looking at it from a 30-minute perspective, yeah, I think if we did break, so first of all, it broke the support here, came down, and then it created a minor resistance right over here. So, like, I'm not sure how this works, but if you see a bearish candle forming here, and then you can expect this low to be broken, then I think it can continue falling further down. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start looking at US 30 now for the next couple of months, and then I'll see if I can, try to trade it. Maybe by like May or June, I'll be able to execute a trade on it. We'll see. Alright, what's this? Euro New Zealand. If I'm looking for support to be formed to take a buy position, which zone is more valid? I think this zone would be valid. Like, I mean, if a support forms above this zone, then the zone is valid. If price doesn't give you a bullish candle and starts going bearish down here, then you're gonna turn around and say, okay, well, maybe this zone is gonna be valid now. So it depends how things form.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, good morning. GBP NZD. If this 30-minute close is bullish, would buys be valid on a premise that potential fake out? Yes. That would be valid. I would agree. Just like here, the 30-minute is now creating a low, support has been formed. Should see a little bounce around and then continuation up. When Roger trades US30, it's full FOMO. It's actually not FOMO. It's actually like the way how I approach pairs is like the correct way to approach pairs, because I'm never gonna look at a pair someone's trading and I'm never gonna say, okay, you know what? Now it's time for me to like jump on it or get into trades. No, I'm gonna watch it for about a month and a half. If I understand it, then I'm gonna start executing on it. That's the correct way to study a pair and to really start trading the pair profitably. The wrong way is when you see someone make money on a pair and you're like, okay, you know what? That's what I gotta start trading now. No, it doesn't work. USD CAD. London session closed bullish, consolidation for pre and Y, pulls back, now support. Now retesting the high, waiting for 15-minute candle to close this form support. I think 30-minute close would be better because there's a stronger support down over here. So I wouldn't really trust the 15-minute. I might trust the 30-minute support form. Oh, it looks like 15-minute may hold as well. Because overall CAD pairs, I mean, CAD is really weak, man. Oil is just destroying CAD. So anything related to, like, you know, XXX CAD should just continue rallying bullish. CAD is weak. 3-year observation of US 30, can we benefit from what you are looking to? What is important or not? Probably not, because I've never looked at US 30 except for today. So what I'm looking at is that if this low gets broken, it may continue moving down further, at least till, you know, 23,000. I don't even know how pips are measured in here. Let's take a look here. Oh, so this is what, 10 pips? Then this is 20 pips, probably. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah.
I think they're valued differently.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because you require like a lot of margin to trade US 30, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna head out, guys. I'm gonna honor my ban, which we got like 4 days left.
All right, Mac. Take care.
I'll see you guys in 2 days.
Right. What's this? Buy now. Okay. Awesome. Sounds good. We have a signal coming in from, what's the name? Albert Jerry. Yeah, I think there's support forming here too. Perfect. Makes sense. Makes sense.
All right, last thing, guys, give it a like once you're done with the stream, and see you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take care.
Can you look at UJ? I think you need to post a chart. I mean, it clearly says on the screen here, don't say look at this or look at that. You need to post a chart. So see now, this candle is closing bullish right now. So whoever was waiting for buys, let's take a look at the 15-minute here. Okay, so 15 minutes coming down. So it seems like 15 minutes kind of ranging here. So looking at the 1 hour here, 1 hour is still bearish. The 30-minute is only bullish. So I think it'll get pretty tricky. I mean, if you're taking a buy from this point, man, it's going to be a very aggressive buy because your stop is going to be like 13, 14 pips, and you're aiming for price to come up to, you know, 132, 700, like 24 pips away. But realistically, I think a better, safer, conservative buy is going to be now once you see like 1 or 2 other candles closing above the support. Especially like if you see a 1 hour candle closing bullish. That would be a much, much safer buy.
Morning. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
What's up, dude? How are we doing?
Very good.
Good,
Very
mate. Good.
Yourself?
Wicked, mate. Real good. Good morning.
Nice.
I've noticed in the past you were able to trade successfully on breakouts without waiting for candles to close. What are some tips you could give me to better execute my orders? Well, it just goes back to the thing I said in the morning, that whenever you take a trade, just go back and look to see how could you have made that trade better, and you will find your answers. It's very simple advice, you know. Very, very simple advice. Did you do anything particular to grow your Instagram, or did you just post? I just posted value, you know. I posted things which people thought that people should pay to see. That's what I did.
What people got interest in.
Yeah, like I posted all my breakdowns, why I took the trades, and at that time, majority of the Instagram, like social media, were like you know, all that information was for only their members. You know, like if you're a member only, then you can see a trade breakdown. And I'm like, man, that's stupid. I mean, trade breakdowns are pretty simple. Take a look over here. So we have Euro AUD. Buy here when support is formed. So see, now I guess it's coming down lower to form support. Yeah, now you have to wait for support to form. What's this? Would it be wise to put a pending sell at 132.350? I don't know. It's pretty risky.
I think if you get a little momentum push, you might be alright. So I think you got space to like 150, but it's a tough one. It's had such a big move. I'm looking at them wicks to the
Oh yeah, you're right.
You see what I'm saying? So there's kind of what I'm looking at as a potential. But I mean, looking at the size of the candles, do we need a bit of pullback yet? Maybe. But if you want to play that risky game, then you got potential.
Or maybe GJ's just going to do one last spike down.
It could well do, I think. It's not creating any kind of real support, I don't think, on a higher time frame right now.
No.
So you could, like you said, you're looking at 15 and 30 minutes. It's not after what's moved. You know, it kind of did that early on the 4-hour open. You can see them two green candles above.
Yeah.
On that last screen. Yeah, see there? So that kind of did that was the end of the 4-hour. And then the new 4-hour open went up a little bit and then come flying down. So, you know, it's not created any kind of real support yet since London.
Yeah, even right now, it doesn't seem like it's a strong support.
Nah, I don't. Not after all that big, because it was Asian, right? So it's Asian, and then you had a bit of consolidation, nice breakout in London again. I think we're going to get a consolidation, and then we're going to get a further push either during New York or into London close, which would make sense. That's a good hold from yesterday, dude. By the way.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Nice, man. Nice.
Thank you. Yeah, I was kind of afraid that this daily candle is gonna come up higher, but it didn't.
Yeah, it looks good now. I mean, now we got to that kind of daily level, 32,500. If we can get below there, I think there's some serious downside potential.
Yeah, nice trade you held, Rakeel.
Thank you. What's this? AUD USD break and retest. I think a better sell is going to be below this gray zone you have to come down. Kind of like US 30 right now. You know, if it breaks this little mini support, which is the 30-minute low, then it should continue moving bearish. I'm going to keep an eye on US 30 for the next month. Yeah, GJ 30-minute has broken the low of the previous one. I mean, this is going downtown.
I think it's still sell stops could work, but it's whether or not you think it's going to push a lot heavy. Could stay around this level for a while.
That's the thing with GJ, like it can just have a quick 10-15 pip spike down and just retrace.
Yep.
How did you cash those 100 pips? What was your analysis? My analysis was, if you look on the weekly, we had the weekly candle closing bearish. My analysis was that this current weekly candle, it should go bearish because now we formed resistance, and it went bearish. Looked at the daily, and I was like, okay, it should come down to at least 132, 550 or 133 even. And that was it.
Yeah, we had. Sorry, I was just going to say we had a solid push this time yesterday.
Yeah.
On an hour.
It's coming again.
I think you're right.
Yeah, this will be the day when people start buying GJ and GJ starts destroying them. I hope no one's in GJ buys, man. Like after that support.
I hope so too.
There she blows.
Some good moves today, man.
Yeah, this is some crazy continuation over here.
It's nice though because we've had such consolidation for like 2-3 weeks that it's we've ranged. We've had such a range for 2 weeks that now you're starting to rake out for whatever reason. It's pretty cool. So maximise these moves, right? There you go.
Oh.
Quick, close. Get ready.
Get ready. Alright, someone's got a question. Oh. Which of these entries would you find plays out better? I think
left.
Yeah.
I like left more.
Left.
Yeah, because it's the first retest, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Like at the same time, both are very situational.
Yes, it's how it's support if you're forming a resistance, right? Regardless, so you're going to be selling from that point.
Yeah. They're both very situational as well. But I've seen the first one play out way better. Because, makes a low, comes up to make a minor resistance, and comes down easier.
Yeah, I think that's when you got a bit more momentum, right?
Yeah.
And it's not consolidating type of thing.
Oh, Jesus. What's this?
I don't know what that is.
A, B, C, D.
That's what the God knows what pattern that is.
Yeah, so what does this Batman pattern has to do with what price is doing right now? And what are these claws? These claws are coming in. Damn,
Listen, God knows what that is. Quick question: if it closes
That's
below,
some AML shit.
sorry, Roger, if it closes below 132, like clean, is that clean traffic going right the way to 131?
No.
No.
Nah. 132. It depends. High time frame, yeah, but lower time frame, like 1 hour and stuff. No, I don't think. I don't know. 132.
Yeah, like that bit there. That's
Yeah, but there's going to be some sort of problems in that 4 hour candle. You know, so if you go down.
Yeah, if you look on the 1 hour, it's a bit. There's a bit in the middle of it. You might get away with it actually.
You might get away with it.
It looks pretty clean.
It's a bit of the 820 that might be a problem.
Oh, okay, yeah, got it. Just that
Did
little
you
bit.
see?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Still though, with this momentum, if it continues like that, it'll probably make no difference. That wouldn't. It's not strong enough to cause a massive difference.
CAD weak due to oil. Yes. Oh, US 30 is breaking the low over here. If I was trading US 30, I would have taken a sell here as it broke the low, had my stop up over here, and aiming for at least 23,000. Let's see if that works. Let's see if that works, shall we? So this is how you backtest. You don't take trades, you just anticipate trades. What made you hold the trade? My analysis. GPUSD. Oh, nice. Got stopped out before the move. Oh, too bad. GJ breaking support. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I can see that. Alright, let's take a look here. Man, I like when I see charts. Oh, this UJ 30 minutes. Possible new resistance being formed. Waiting for price to see if it breaks down here to take sells. I think if you can see some sort of a resistance forming here, you could have an idea for sells, but yeah, you're right. Like below, even I'd say below this area here, you could have sells going down to this area. You just have to see if that's enough range or not. Can I sell my house to buy oil? Man, oil is really screwing with people, you know, because the swaps are huge. God damn. And people don't understand. And I'll tell you why. The reason how they don't understand is like if you're buying oil before 5 p.m. Eastern, you're gonna get charged swap 100%. No matter what you do. You know, so everybody bought oil before, you know, like 5 p.m. 5 p.m. hits, boom, swap fees. Just gotta stay patient. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is wrong chart. Wrong chart. See, someone was looking for buys on USD CAD, but USD CAD hasn't really given that buying confirmation yet. Still nothing over there. GJ, still no confirmation for buys. I mean, it's now coming down to this next support. Oh, wrong chart. Can you look at this? Yes. Let's take a look. I think the next one will be green. Perfect. You could have just texted that to us. I think the next 4-hour candle will be green on your list. GJ, can it call clear traffic area, strong support, close below the 1-hour candle? Yeah, I think you're missing a zone. This zone here you're missing on the 4-hour. Because if you switch to the 4-hour, you look left, you'll see that there were these wicks over here. So this area is some sort of important area here. So you're kind of missing that area. Yeah, somewhere down there, 132, 100-ish. May need to plot that. Because, price came down, coming down, it's gonna, it's making a low. All it's doing is it's making a low. It's gonna come down, making a low. It's gonna create a support. It created a support over here, but it got broken because there's such heavy momentum coming in. Now it's coming down further. So, I think buying gets very tricky because the supports are going to be weakened. This heavy momentum is very aggressive, and selling in a minor resistance would be much more easier.
Raja, I've seen you take that trade many times on GJ and what we just saw on gold for that break of the low.
My God, gold just dropped.
Yeah. $100 pips. God damn.
Well, something's going mad in the market today, right?
Yeah. Everything's collapsing, man.
Would you consider the anticipation move on the 15-minute on GJ?
To continue down?
Was it range is not enough for you, no?
Yeah.
It's all right. I'll just see it there on your screen. That's different.
Yeah, it's not enough.
GJ broke support, broke head, shoulders, legs, everything.
Bruh.
Broke all legs, shoulders.
Yeah, broke the screen, right?
Yeah. Broke the screen.
Yeah, it's been a nice move.
Yeah.
Did you get up earlier for London?
Yeah, I got the move earlier around it was around 5:30 this morning, 5:15. I entered in a decent pullback on that 15-minute bullish that you have there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I got that entry, the small bullish, and then I wrote it down to the. It was like 45 pips in less than half an hour.
Yeah, it's good, man. Nice.
Yeah, it was a beautiful move, but I closed.
Yeah, I closed. I took a trade from 33.295 and closed it about 32.7 something. I was like, oh. But still, it's a good trade, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, if I would have held my positions over here, I'd be up like a lot of pips, man.
You can't say that, dude.
I'd be up like 177.
I should have held my London entries for real.
Where do you close your sell, Raja?
132, 500.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, 400, 500, like around 150 pips.
Yeah, that was putting me off based on the daily support. Basically, I kind of closed that just before that. Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of expected, because it was such a big 4 hour, I expected some kind of reaction. It kind of just slowed it a little bit. Look at us complaining about winning trades, man.
Oh wow, gold just reversed, man.
What the fuck?
Man, gold is hilarious.
Whoa.
What do you mean? It
Man,
dropped
120, 140 pips?
Yeah.
Maybe we're going to get a week like we did before. It's like 5 minute, 100 pip candles. That'll be mint.
This thing dropped $10. It retraced $15.
Awesome.
What's going on?
Kivan, you got something from gold sales or not?
If you look to the left on gold on the
I
Forex,
didn't get anything. I wanted for it to push up, but didn't push up far enough.
Oh.
This shit is acting real crazy.
You see that zone on gold?
I'll just see a message, brother. I'm just going to looking at it now. Yeah, man. No, I'm not even playing.
That was exactly. I was.
Yep.
Oh,
Bang on.
So glad. That
Golfing, that's it.
Right in it. Right in the spot.
So glad. I'm up 120 now.
That's good work, man. Well played. That's real good. What's that? The 17th trade today, or just
That's my third one. That is my third one.
No, I'm playing. That's good work for real. We had it marked out, right? So
yeah, man.
Yeah, good work.
Perfect. That is nice.
So this chart here by Wolf_7, this is not an example of a nicely labeled chart. All right, so someone else sent a chart. Let's see what's going on over here. See now, this is a nicely labeled chart. USD CAD high made, support being made. Wait for 30 minutes to close bullish to confirm buys with stop below 30 minutes. Yep, that makes sense. So this chart and this chart, way two different charts. This has no analysis on it, just like a squiggly line on it, and this has arrows and lines and text. This makes much more sense. So I'm sorry, this is not good. Ooh, what's this? Oh wow. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess the further it falls, the higher it's gonna come up then. This makes sense. A course teach me this. That's a good. Best time frame to scalp. I think all time frames are important to scalp, because when you're talking about scalping, you're talking about looking at all the time frames, like the 4 hour. You look at the 4 hour, you're like, okay, well, 4 hours coming into this area where it had wicked before on the 26th and 27th March around, Asian and London Open, and then 4 hours coming back in here again in New York session. So there are higher chances it's gonna wick in the same area here again. And then you look down to the 1 hour time frame, you're like, okay, it's coming down, whatever. You go to the 30-minute time frame, you're like, it's coming down, okay, whatever. You go to the 15-minute, you're like, okay, it's also coming down. So for you to take a buy at this level, let's say you're like scalping like 10, 15, 20 pips, then you're gonna wait to see, okay, if I can see some sort of support forming in this area, to give me an indication that now I can take a buy to go up. Or you can say that, okay, like, since it's falling down, since it's making these lows, I'm going to wait for price to, like, kind of retrace, create a resistance, and then sell again. So there are two ways you can go about that. Do you consider double top as a confirmation? I don't look at double tops or anything. Because the double top can, because the double top, it can happen at any time of the day. So if you're looking at the New York session and if the double top doesn't happen, then you have no trade. So if you're only going to look for double tops, then I guess you have to wait. But you're just following the candles, you're just learning to read candles. And if you can tell where the candle's going to go, then that's your trade. Then you don't really care about the double top or double bottom or head and shoulders or all those patterns. They exist, but all those patterns are made up of candles, and if you just got to be really good at reading candles. Wow, this thing's still coming down. Alright, let's just check. Let's take a look here.
Rakeel, that 5 lot would be probably like 20 grand right now.
Yeah, probably 2 grand. Oh no, 10.
10?
Candle broke, daily support, weekly's coming down. Nice. Very nice. Green drop. What is your go-to confluence? My go-to confluence is that when price comes up to create a resistance and there's a range of like 40 pips, that's going to be the trade I'm going to be taking. Like in Asian session yesterday, we had this candle here, this 1 hour candle. We made a low right here at market close. Price came up. This candle closed bearish, and I took a sell. And then this candle went down, took profits. And then after that, nothing came up at all. And I had my runner from like 134.050 and just kept running. I mean, there was no retracement, nothing. Just kept down.
Raja, where did you take that sell again?
Right here?
Gotcha.
Yeah, when this 1 hour candle closed bearish in Asian session.
Yeah, I took sales then too, but I took them as it broke the low of the green candle.
Oh, okay.
Just a bit later after it broke where your target was, actually. I see it afterwards and I was like, oh, might get a bit of continuation. It worked out pretty good on 15-minute chart.
Yeah. So if you look at US30 here, US30, the 30-minute candle is now closing below the previous 2 candles. This opens room for this next 30-minute candle to potentially come down. Now, I'm not taking these trades. I'm just anticipating and see if it really happens, Because if I see certain things happen a lot of times on pairs, then I know that I can, realistically I can trade it. So if I see this candle, it's making a wick, and if it does start to come down, then I'm going to okay, you know what? It happened the first time. And then I'm going to look at it tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and then from a month from now, and then slowly I'm going to start to create a bias that, okay, certain things work on this pair. Till then, I'm just watching USD30. Because I know Ted's been trading that pair. So, it's just like, wow. Price pushed and made a high and then came back to my zone, created support. Entered as the next candle. That looks good. I think that you might have a room going up to over here or over here. What's this? Ooh, AD USD. Price made a low, came up. I think if you can see some sort of resistance forming, you can have a better entry, and then heading down. Yeah, so this is what I'm looking at for it to continue bearish. I think this would be a good target come here, 23,000. Is this a big move on US 30, like from 23,150 to 23,000? I think it would be a good move, big move. Oh, nice. People think it's a great move. AUD USD 30 minutes. If price breaks above, could go up. If price could go up to 16 pips. Yeah, and if you see a resistance forming here, if this candle closes bearish, then there's a high chance price can continue down. Someone said Raghav Tewari joined the chat. Rag. Man, you guys don't know Rag. It's okay. 5% growth
Rag
for me
growth.
last month. Yeah, what's that? Yeah, Rag. Rag was a player.
What are you saying about US 30?
Anticipating it to continue bearish.
See, the thing with US 30 right now is so much fundamental that's affecting it that you can't even trade it the right way.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if this can be traded the way I trade GJ.
It can, but not at this moment.
Oh, okay. Created a high, bullish candle at support. Man, the only thing wrong over here is that it has no top wick, but then there's this uptrend. So then you can bet on the fact that, okay, since it doesn't have a top wick, and if it does go up, then that's perfect. You know, but so you'll have to be very careful on the 15-minute how they're closing. If they start closing bearish, then the probability of it going up becomes less. What do you reckon of shorting GPJPY with a stop loss at 132,600? Okay. And take profit 130,600. Yeah, I think your stop is going to get hit. I think so.
You said, what do you reckon?
Yep. Nice.
That's awesome.
Oh, nice. To see US 30 is falling here. So it's respecting those technicals. So this is a 100-point move and not a 100-pip move. I don't know. When a candle doesn't have a wick, does that mean the next candle will go opposite direction? Yes. So there's a probability, you know. I think there's a 50-50 probability. That's what I've kind of like noticed. So I tend to stay away from them. But I'm still gonna, like, you know, try to trade it if the consequences are there.
I'm sure there's people now going to trade it that way, Roger.
Yeah.
They're gonna see a one without a wick out. It's definitely gonna go the opposite way.
Yeah, they'll take the opposite trade.
So I mean, the thing is, there's a statistical probability that it might reverse on you. So just be more cautious, or whatever. But simply to take the reverse will be dangerous.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you have to really test it out first. Wow, GG is still falling here. Man.
It's crazy.
GG is coming deeper in the zone now.
It's only 16 pips to 132.
Yeah. It's not far away at all. See, that last daily candle had no lower wick as well. But then this one just dropped. I think this was the weekly push there. Damn. If you're in a GJ buy, I feel bad for you, son. I didn't have GJ buys, so that ain't a problem, son.
And that's what you get for trading against the trend.
Alright, what's this? Oh, wrong chart. Do you think GJ will come back for a retest to 133.900? 133.900 is far, far away.
Sound like he's holding buys to me.
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
if that's the case, I think you should just.
If you're in 200 pips drawdown, I'm really sorry, my friend.
Yeah, I really hope no.
Those
Oh
are the kind of-
wow!
Those are the kind of questions that are like kind of, it's something weird.
Jesus, still dropping, man.
Yeah.
Wow. US 30 is also dropping. Euro JPY 30 minutes. Waiting for previous support to break, retest, and take entry. Yep, I think it's going to be good if it breaks the support. I mean, the thing with Euro JPY is it's just ranging. Take a look there. Yeah, it's just in this 30-minute range. I mean, it looks like it's going to drop here and come down.
I think the world is just reacting to the world crisis. That's the only thing I could see.
Yes.
I'm gonna close GG now.
Oh, very nice. It worked out
Oh,
for you.
looks like I just created liquidity.
Yeah.
Man, jumped a bit right.
Man, I wonder how oil is affecting the CAD. Need to take a look at that.
I bought GJ on 30-minute buy candle with stop loss below that candle. It was a valid trade. Well, it was a risky trade, but it was a valid trade. Man, someone's got their mic in their pocket and they really need to remove it. But then they need to put themselves on mute.
Ooh.
Could you explain? Oh, no. No, I never. Man, trust me, if I know the name, I'll say it.
Call outs.
Yeah, I'll just say the name.
Trust me.
I just don't know who it is.
You should know that by now.
Yeah.
Could you explain why you didn't feel comfortable getting into GJ's sell at 132.350? Because I already closed a sell in like 150 pips, so I didn't really feel the need to get in another trade.
Don't need that greed, right?
Yeah, don't need that greed. Wow, man, this thing is. I don't even know. It's still going. Oh, US 30 is about to hit 23. Oh, 23,000 is way over there.
Oh, that would have worked out good.
Yeah, I mean, but like, what's the worth of these pips? Let's say it moved like.
I think someone said it was $1 a pip. So I can't remember. Someone did say in a chat actually.
Really?
Yeah, I don't actually. I don't know, to be honest.
So if it moves 1 point, that's $1.
I think it's from what they said in the chat. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest.
Wow.
What I do when I'm trying to figure out a new one is I literally just take a trade on demo and wait till it gets to a pip either way, and then work it out. So like I've started looking at the FTSE 100, and so then I figured out a movement of 10 is 1 pip.
Yeah, so it's $1 a pip, $1 a point.
Wow. Okay, so if this was a 0.1 lot, 0.01, then this would have been almost $100.
Yep. Yeah, that could be a shock to the system real quick if you didn't know.
Damn, that's crazy.
No, $100, $1,000.
No.
1,000, yeah.
0.01.
Yeah, that's
0.01.
1,000.
I don't know if you can open 0.01s on it.
I think. I'd have to check.
On the FTSE 100, the minimum is 1 lot.
Nice. So I guess we called the nice US 30 trade over here.
Couple of racks, you know.
Couple of demo racks we made.
Yeah. That's it. Done for the month.
I entered with 0.02 when you said, and I'm at $231. Oh, nice. Wow, that's crazy. Kim Jong-un is dying. I think Kim Jong-un is getting retired now. I think they're slowly retiring him.
There was an article say he was brain dead.
Oh.
I read that.
Yeah,
He was not very well at all.
Yeah, he had heart surgery or something like that and didn't go as planned.
I think the doctors intentionally didn't want it to.
I was gonna say.
I was saying the same thing too when I read the article. I was like, the doctor's like, "Oh, you killed my family."
That's it.
Oh, he's in grave danger, man. Shit.
The world be better off without him, anyways.
Oh, the Chinese are saying they're lying. Chinese are saying it's fake news.
Yeah. But look at his head. It doesn't look like he has a brain in there. His
Man,
head
but
is
you know what?
square.
He's always got a fresh cut, man. Check it out. All of us have got bad hairdos at the moment. The barbers are not, working in that. But my man's always got a fresh cut. Check it out. Look. What do you reckon?
There's no Korea in South Korea.
Wow, look at the US 30, man. It's still going.
That's nice to see, man. That would have played out good.
Yeah. That's like 100 points now. I bet you if I can watch this for another month, I'm going to start executing on this.
Yeah, it'd be good to understand.
What lot would he use?
I think like Kevin said, I think the lowest you can use. I don't know if you can use lower than 1.
I'll try with 0.1 to start with. Like, I mean, I don't understand fundamentals at all, but I really understand technicals too. I think I know technicals like really, really, really good.
Like you said, it's just over a bit of time. Is this just because there's a solid move on it right now? That's the thing, or is it? How does it play if it's in like a range? That might be different, right? So
yeah, exactly. We still got till the end of May to see what happens.
I think GJ got a bit of room to like 840. I think.
Oh, I don't doubt that at all. GJ.
I mean, if we close below, I think 840 is probably the next place that may have a issue, but it's pretty clean till there.
Or maybe it's
How are we
just
still dropping?
it's just wicking below this area to just wick
Yeah,
back
like
up.
them. Potentially.
Because sometimes it happens, like if you take a buy on GJ right here, let's say it start going against you, and you're like, okay, it's gonna stop now, and does that final move down.
Yep.
Which makes you exit in a loss.
Yeah, for real. Or close half your position or something, or yeah.
And then it comes back.
Yeah, been there. Yeah, such a big 4 hour though.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Oh, look at this. Wow, coming down to 23,000.
Yeah, there's still 500 pips that you can get into 22,500 during today.
Man, if it comes down to 23,000, this is going to be my highlight of the day. US 30.
Demo for the ground.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Only reason because Ted started to trade US 30. So, yeah, I'm just gonna try looking at it. Evolution.
Yeah, it need a bit of work, I think, but like I said, you spend enough time on it, you get it right.
Yeah. So, just done some back testing of yesterday and my trades. Any advice or tips I should have? Oh, let's take a look here. Someone did their back testing yesterday. No trades today. Yes, that's correct. No trades so far today. Oh. Yeah, I'll have to look at this in detail. Someone saves this. Oh. Something about penetration came over there. Yeah, I open my bookmarks, it says something penetration. I'm like, oh.
Let's get rid of that quick.
WTI is a trap right now. Stay away from it. Yes. WTI is a trap.
Yep.
I think this gold, like a lot of experts are going to be born by gold, you know? Like people are going to hold gold for a little while, they're going to make a little bit of money, and then they'll say, oh, we are experts on gold. GJ still falling. There's no buys on GJ. Why no trades today? Well, because there's no trades today. What do you mean, why no trades today?
Happened earlier, really.
Yeah, you could have taken a sell here. I mean, we called out a little idea for a sell.
Yep.
Called out the US 30 idea here for a sell. I didn't take any trade. Like, I only had one trade running since last day. Can you explain why the candlesticks on crude were floating? Yes, because crude went over here, crude went to actually negative, and then the market closed. And then the market opened, and oil was at 20. Now it's down to... Oh, actually, you know what? If you look on your brokers, price did go below 15. I was looking at it this morning.
Vantage?
Vantage and I think Trader's Domain also went down.
Yeah, I think Trader's Domain got reached $6, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like right now it's at $10.
Yeah, I'm on the same.
Yeah. 15 minutes coming up on GJ. If you're looking for buys, you would need a 30-minute candle closing bullish. Man, so these markets are so amazing. You know, sometimes they give you trades early in the morning. Sometimes you have to wait for them. So nice. What happened to GPUSD? I think it fell. Do you use leverage? Yes, in Forex you use leverage.
Have you seen this guy make 20,000 on oil, but just ended up losing because of the swap?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's pretty normal. Oil is very expensive to trade. Like especially in these times. You know, because everyone wants to get in oil. So when everyone wants to get in oil, that means the fees are going to be much higher to trade.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when you have a new movie come out, everyone wants to watch it, so the tickets are through the roof. You know, once oil settles down and most people start to get out of the market on oil, then fees they start to get lower again on oil.
This is how the spreads on gold, right? The other week.
Oh yeah, man, gold was just
Mm-hmm.
crazy. Oh, what's this? Oh yeah, FX Trust decided to lock people in the trades. Charging doesn't matter if you bought or sold, you lost. See, this is, I knew what would happen. People are going to trade oil. They've never traded oil before. And then they'll get hit by swaps, and then they'll complain to brokers when they don't even know how things work.
Yeah, we banned all discussion this morning.
Yeah.
Because there's too many questions about the same thing, and everyone was complaining about brokers, not knowing why.
People don't understand how things work. You see here now, all the scientists are going to come to this thread and start giving their thesis on why things. Come on. What does swap mean? I think you need to go to basics.com. Alright, what's this? Ooh, very nice. Euro AUD, I remember watching this chart. Went straight in profit. Awesome. I see your history account. Can you explain why you entry sell 134.064, the candle still bullish in 1 hour, and why you don't close half position 10 pips and hold 5 blocks? Because I already closed positions when I was taking trade, so that was a runner I decided to run throughout Asian session. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
That's a call out, Vincent.
Bro, that wasn't me.
Oh, was it not? My bad, my bad. I thought it was you. Sorry.
I can't blame it on me.
Straight up with the blame game.
He was about to start. He's like, I think that was me.
So you know.
Hey, Tin Man. How are you, my friend?
Tin Man.
I'm good.
Hey, for educational purposes, looking at monthly GJ, that wick should be filled in the long future. Let's take a look here. Monthly, and you said that wick. Oh, this wick. I mean, yeah, there are like 10 days left for this. Actually, not 10 days left. One, two, three. Yeah, 3.
It's a big wick. That's 1,000 pip retracement. I think you're a little bit.
yeah, I can look at that.
It'll be like a huge move, you know.
I think we could get there. Quote me on that.
Like probably next month. I mean, the thing is, the monthly closed above this support, you know, this big support.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole problem.
There's some solid zones on weekly you've got to even think about yet.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to create some sort of support over here. If the next 30-minute candle breaks the high of the previous 30-minute candle, it has room to continue going up. If I was looking for a trade, that's the trade I was looking for.
Roger, could the cells be the other way? If the next 30 minute low of the current 30-minute, and then
Yeah, I think you'll need like a resistance forming to take a sell. Yeah, because it already fell too much, you know. So I mean, if you take a sell once it breaks the low over here, then like your stop is. I mean, it's up to you if you want to take it. It's gonna be too big. Let's see how US 30 reacts to NY Open. This will be pretty interesting.
So my bad.
Yeah, that works too.
So, man.
We're having too much fun.
It's been a good day.
Chris taking about 7 trades so far today.
No, I have not. No. I'm in double figures now.
It's all 3 sessions this today you've traded.
Yep, 1 in each. Well, actually, no, hang on. 1. Yeah, no, 1 in each. Yeah.
You're taking 1 in NY?
Mm-hmm. Just here.
Oh, that was the end of our London stream, right?
Well, yeah, kind of. So when I come on here, it was kind of as it come down.
Yeah.
After that green candle had formed and this kind of left no top wick, kind of, it starts to push down. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go with it, use a bit of profit from earlier.
Yeah. I got back into EN.
Ah, cool. Cool. Did you see EG that we were talking about earlier? On that, where it's moved to? Yeah, have a look.
I hate that header. Do you know how Rakeel hates Euro USD? That's why I said about Euro GBP.
Well, I said I was looking for a close above 87.5 on the 4 hour.
87.5?
Yeah. That 4 hour kind of killed it, right?
Damn, 50 pips in, what, like 2 hours?
It's a big move.
Oh, what's this? GJ 4 hour. Waiting for retest of this area to continue down here and continue down here. Well, yeah, makes sense.
Very nice.
Yeah, beautiful. I mean, if it falls more, I just don't have any analysis on GJ because, I mean, yeah, let's see what happens. See now, theoretically, this next 30-minute candle on US 30 should continue up and then make a wick up and continue moving down. But looking left, oh yeah, I think it's reached a support over here actually. So I don't know why I have marked 23,000 here as the target. Maybe the number looked good or whatever. I think trade with Monty, no sleep.
No, you got it all twisted. I'll go sleep all the time.
Sleep all the time.
As soon as this finishes, I'll go sleep for like 4 or 5 hours at least.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. And I'll get on my work.
And then COD.
Yeah, and work, COD, Slack. Maybe look at Asian. Go back to bed.
So I can entry sell, although the candle's still bullish or anticipated to go bearish. Yes, but it needs to line up with your zones and areas. So if you look over here, my entry was at 134.064 from the New York session. And when it came back inside, it almost came back to my entry, but Like, my stops were above entry because this area, if this was respected, I had a much larger downside to grab. And that's what happened. It started to continue down. Did you maybe consider activating the MAM account or Vantage effects and allow traders to copy and follow you? Nope. Nope. Not interested in that. I think following MAM accounts and all that stuff, that's just, why not just learn? Why not just learn? Learn to trade. And the way I trade, like most people won't because the main problem I'll have with the MAM accounts is that questions. Oh, why are you in this trade? Oh, this is going to do this. This is going to do that. So the way I trade is completely different to the way someone else trades. And we have a lot of examples in the Forex industry where you've had MAM accounts and they've all lost. And I don't want to be another statistic to that outcome. You get me, mate? You understand?
Especially looking at those YouTube comments, man, you're going to get all sorts of questions.
Oh, yeah, man.
Why did you do this? Why can't you do that?
Yeah.
This is more harassment than anything else.
Yeah, it's also more to do with that right now I'm not answerable to anyone and I want to keep it that way. Like, no one can ask me a question and say, Raja, why'd you do this?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Thing is, you've got full control over your own capital and your own decisions. So that's you make a mistake on you, right?
Yeah, exactly. And if
improve.
I have a MAM account running and if I do take a trade that I would normally, I'd start thinking about, oh man, this is a little risky. I don't know. All these people, they're following me.
Pressure.
Yeah, like trading has to be no pressure at all. None. Wow, looks like US 30 is really continuing down over here, man. We were correct.
Right, it's about 20 racks by now.
Yeah,
it's gonna be nasty.
Right,
oh,
Ted?
what's up, Ted? Morning.
See, he agrees with this. It's gonna go to 23,000 now.
Yep.
Yes, our analysis was on point.
Fuck yeah.
I've been on calls with everybody. Oil is going to be shut down. You're not going to be able to trade it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
I saw that coming.
The LPs aren't going to be taking orders for that, so it's going to be similar to what they did with the indices, like circuit breakers and things like that. They're shutting it down.
So what? So you'll be able to do closures, but no.
Yes, closes, but no opens. So
that's sensible.
You said oil or gold?
Oil.
Okay.
This must have been a busy morning, but.
Yeah, it was. But to be expected, like we saw with the indices. So I wasn't surprised by these phone calls and sort of the conversations of like, hey, you're not going to get prices filled. You're not going to have any of this. So tell your clients. And I'm like, well, to be honest, there wasn't enough people really trading oil. It's only been in the last day. There's been emails saying, hey, can we trade oil? It's like.
Well, probably done a lot of people a favor.
Yeah. But to other people that are trading on other platforms, that's probably what you're going to receive via email or the notifications you'll get. That's to be expected. So don't be surprised.
Be suspicious.
Yeah. Don't be suspicious either.
I was just thinking that.
Well, bad. I can't help it.
So like, tell me this, right? Yesterday I said that since everyone wants to buy oil, that's why the swap fees are high. Is that really the case? Is that actually what's happening?
I sent you the note, man. I guess you want me to respond. You want me to say it out loud to everybody? Okay. And then I'm gonna get like 10,000 questions. I try and keep it in our chat just so I don't have to answer these
That's
questions.
why he's done it on purpose.
No, but that
Here.
makes sense though, right?
Here, actually, what I'll do is I'll do this first. I'll give
Let's
everybody.
let's keep it under 5 minutes, Ted.
Okay, I'll give this article first, so that they can read that.
Yeah, and then we'll discuss.
Yeah, and then
I love Q&A session.
where is the? I wrote out that whole thing. Where is it? Oh, whatever. I'll just read it from my email.
Dear Mr. Market Maker.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so what happens is there's the way they calculate finance charges, right? So the prime broker, what they do is the calculation is basically the number of long contracts divided by the number of short charge, number of days of financing. So the lot short, lot long, those details are in your market view. So when you go into your market data and you look to see what your fees are, that's what it'll tell you right there. So basically it incorporates the underlying future, and since spot price can be adjusted, so that's where the net amount comes from. And your overnight financing for oil is made up of two pieces. One is the funding charge, and second is the spot adjustment charge. And the funding charges usually remain the same, which is, the LIBOR percentage up or down, minus, the overall percentage. But the spot adjustment charge will trace the underlying future prices. So as things move, that spot price or spot charge, that's the one that's creating high finance charges when you take oil trades. If you notice when you open a position, that's sort of what you'll be looking at that point, if it makes sense. So it's really because of the fact that the charges for the future price have dropped drastically, that's where you're getting the overnight charge increasing at that point. And the Zero Hedge article gives you information on why oil did what it did yesterday, similar to what we had with gold, where there was people essentially marking the market and they did not have the actual oil to mark the market, right? Because once again, when you buy futures or you buy commodities, you can either take the certificate to say that you own it, or you could take the actual commodity itself. Like you're obligated to take that whole commodity, so to speak, if that makes sense.
Yeah, if 60% of that went over my head, it probably went over a lot of people's heads as well. So I'm just gonna.
Yeah, it's basically you're marking the price, right? So a lot of people are talking about, where do swap fees come from your FX account, or if you run an Islamic account, you're getting charges, right? Your contract charges. It's based on the contract price versus the basic futures price. And when there's such a large discrepancy, that's where you get the large discrepancy in your charges or your swaps. That's all.
Mm.
If that that helps people at that point.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but if you read the Zero Hedge article, that actually gives you a lot of information too. That'll help people too.
Well, I'll probably call this a winning analysis here on this 30.
Yeah, I'll claim the GJ one.
How many demo dollars you made?
0, because it didn't take the trade. But yeah, so like if US 30 moves 100 points, that's equivalent to 10 pips?
Basically, yeah.
Oh, okay. But the pip value is much higher than regular.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, but the thing is with you, see, this is the problem when people talk about US 30 and these indices. Man, if they move the wrong way, they move hard the wrong way.
I was just gonna ask.
And people don't notice that. Like I've been tracking US 30. Like obviously it's easy now when the Dow is opening negative. US 30 is going to drop, right? But man, you got to be very, very careful because it hits hard. And
That's
I
what
don't think people realize that.
I was unsure whether this move that we're seeing today, which kind of looks like structure, is because of the whole process of everything falling anyway.
Yes,
Like,
it is.
or
But
what's
the
it
thing
like
is,
normally?
it doesn't just fall like this, like on purpose. Like it otherwise, it's very hard to trade.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I agree. And every 10 cents on down, it's like one standard on gold.
That's right.
So
I mean, if you can trade it well, I mean, you can make a lot of money on it. Like, I mean, if people were trading US 30, the first thing that you would do is you'd look at the different market opens and take advantage of that, and then bang, and then basically measure against the futures market, right? So you have your futures market to say when how the US stock market's going to open. If you know the US stock market's going to open negative and it keeps tumbling, you know that US 30 will probably keep tumbling. But then there's massive pullbacks in that as well too. So you got to keep that in mind.
In reference to gold, is it similar or
yes,
as in a lot more? Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
It's very similar in the way that it moves. It's very violent in the way that it moves.
Sounds interesting. I like it.
Oh, there we go. We're coming to 23,000.
Yep.
Well, 2 more weeks of watching US 30, and then I'm going to start executing on it.
How much should you have in US 30? I don't know. That's your opinion. But I mean, once again, with US 30, it's an indice, so it has a different leverage requirement, first of all. And I mean, you're playing effectively with fire, to be honest, because of the fact that you have it's what I would say would be you have so many factors that affect this pair, and I would be very, very cautious to trade this as a new trader. If you're a trader in general, you've been trading for a couple of years, yeah, maybe you want to sort of start slowly with it. But people that are, you see on social media, that are cowboys, that are saying that this is easy to trade. I've been tracking it now for the last month. It's not easy to trade at all. Even when the market dictates the movement, it's still not clean. It's very, very scary. The wicks, the pullback, it doesn't make sense, to be honest. I mean, people that are trading this indice on MetaTrader or on an FX pair, you're asking for, you're basically Russian rouletting it. Like you're the way that it should be traded is not on an FX platform, to be honest. It will wipe your account very, very fast. And it's because when the futures market is down, US 30 should move accordingly. But you don't understand that there are people in the market that will push that all around, and that push is very, very heavy. It's not a safe push. And top that off with, if there's a tweet from Trump or there's some sort of news event, it spikes the opposite way within seconds, and there's no way you're going to be able to recover from that. It's just not something that, to me personally, I mean, it's great to watch and it looks great for your social media posts that you can do all this with such a small lot size. But in actual fact, I mean, if you're trading FX, you should be just trading FX. And let's just try and make profitable decisions. Let's not try and chase because somebody posted on the internet. Like yesterday, I posted about oil. Just because oil's dropping doesn't mean that now we should be able to start trading oil. Like, just try and stick to the easy things. Like, make it easy on yourself to do things, right? Like, don't hurt yourself in that way.
Right about before we can do a wheelie, right?
Yeah, that's all. I mean, it's just, let's be smart and just do what you need to do. I mean, Raja and everybody, more experienced traders can understand how to plot and how to work with this. I mean, But I mean, if you're a brand new trader and you can barely trade the pair that you're trading now, don't go chasing other things just because you see fast money. You have to remember, this is the easiest thing to remember. With fast money also comes the ability to lose money fast. You have to look at capital preservation first before you look at capital expansion. So if you see people making big money fast, they're also losing big money fast. Don't look at just one side of the coin. Just please do yourself a favor. Don't look at one side of the coin. If you can make money fast, you can also burn it fast. And just really, really understand that. I know it's, a highlight reel to catch, like a $6,000 move with a 10-cent lot. But you know what? Think about it. What about if losing $6,000 with a 10-cent lot? Always think about the worst case scenario. If you could live your life thinking worst case scenario, you're going to be stress free, because you're going to know, hey, worst case scenario, I'm going to get hit by a car, or I'm going to die, or something's going to happen. You don't have any more stress because you already understand what the worst case scenario can be. But in trading, a lot of people don't do that. They don't think of worst case scenario. They're like, well, I can make more money trading this pair. Yes, but always think about how much money you can lose. And really focus on that. Just really ask yourself every single time, what's the most I can lose here? And if it's something that's out of your comfort zone, don't do that. Don't do it at all. But if you know what you're going to lose, at least you're prepared mentally, and the loss becomes easier because you have prepared for it. And something like this, a pair like this that whips, like, it pulled back, like, I guess, like, whatever it was, like 70, 80 pips in 1 minute. I mean, that'll just blow your account.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
When you say you've been mapping it out, I know you said I don't know how in depth you've gone yet. Have you kind of, how we look at gold, we've got lower time frames, 5 minutes and stuff. Is that something similar, or is it not?
Yeah, it does. It trends very well, but the problem is, like, if you look at like your higher time frames, it wicks a lot of the time.
That's what I was just looking at then, actually.
It wicks a lot of the time. Like, I mean, as an example, here as an example, this area here, you would figure that this candle here should have finished this, but it didn't. It drove back up, right? So if we're doing analysis and we're saying, hey, this wick over here should continue and fill this area here because of clean traffic, as an example, using simple analysis, right? This wick here, this destroys you.
Yeah.
This is not like a $5 move. This is a massive move that blows your account, because you're like, well, the higher time frames suggest that I should drop, and then you get another wick on top of that goes higher than this one just to make sure that you're dead.
Yeah.
Like, this blows you out, and then this one makes sure you're dead, and then, oh, surprise, here, now we'll move for you. And then what you have to do is you have to correlate that over here with your time frames. More importantly, you have to correlate it with the way the futures market's moving, right? If the futures market decides to shift like 30 points up, this is where you get that move, this weird move that doesn't make any sense, and then it drops another 150, and that's where you get these moves over here, right? So you're constantly watching the futures market, because if it shifts the opposite way, you're getting just tossed out to dry.
See what you're saying. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, I used to trade Dow Jones. I still do that sometimes when it's trending, because it's easier. But the way I do it is watching the charts in 5 minutes and 1 minute. Once start breaking the support, just go with it.
Oh, okay.
And but you have to be looking closely that pair, because it's gonna retrace, and you're gonna be like 50 or 60 pips in drawdown in less than 1 minute.
Yeah, that's not good.
I think there's a fundamental thing here as well, guys. If there's an election this year in the US, anything Trump says is going to, blow this thing up or down. So you got new traders. He's going to say something to try and keep this thing going up, and then sentiment could be the opposite way. And then you've got new traders who don't realize what's going on, what's happened, and you're stuck to Twitter, and you're stuck in a trade, and you don't know what's going on. The best thing is to probably avoid it.
Yeah, definitely.
Sensible. Same as any chart though. You need to put time in, right? So
yeah,
same as all of them.
I mean, if you can just trade GAJ gold, whatever other
Yeah.
pairs, don't stress over Dow Jones. Or,
You don't need to, right?
You don't need that. Yeah, dude, trust me, you don't need that.
Trading GJ and gold, you pretty much get a move a day, right? Near enough.
Yeah.
That's all you need, really.
Even when you get a range, you can potentially find something. I think it's just tougher, like the last couple of weeks, and then you get a day like today, which broke out, and it's simple.
Well, the good thing, like an example with US 30 or the Dow 30, as people call it, or whatever you want to call it, this DGI or whatever it is. Okay, so last week, as an example, there was a massive spike to the upside that happened on Friday or whatever, Thursday or whatever the day it was. It just flew up like nuts, and yeah, it was Thursday, I guess. And
yeah, Thursday.
The thing is, though, that from a fundamental standpoint made absolutely no sense.
It kind of come from nowhere.
It did come from nowhere, and it was because Trump
Said
he was the one. Yeah, he's going to
economy.
reopen the economy, and that drove optimism into the market. If you look at all the information fundamentally about the current market right now, this US 30 should drop back down to 15,000. If you think logically, because right now it's being propped up by money that doesn't exist. We don't have earnings reports that are going to be horrible. So think about it this way: as soon as all these earnings reports come in and they're all horrible, and all these companies start dying and leaving, that's going to drop the Dow or the market like more points again. And people don't understand that, and people were buying the stock market in that sense, right? So people were buying US 30 in the sense that it was going to go up, and you know what, that is a big critical error, because what they've done is they've basically said, well, from a technical standpoint we have to go up, and that's the biggest mistake you can make trading an indice or trading a metal like gold, right? We always talk about gold where it's like, well, gold's a sell right now, and it's like, no, it's not, it's a buy. There's too much instability. That was a perfect example where if that tweet hadn't come out, you can see right now where that market is currently right now. It's already gone below that high, as an example. So it topped out at 24,000. It's back to 23,000 now. So really, was that push up a legitimate buy? No, it wasn't. It was a news movement. And if you had held that spike in terms of a long-term trade, you would get blown out right now. You'd be losing. And so my question is, would it have made sense to take a buy to begin with, knowing all the negative sentiment in the market right now? No, it would have been wait for a sell at like 2450 or 24,000 and then ride today's candle down all the way from, I guess we're at like 23,700 all the way down to 23,000, right? That would have been a huge trade. And you could have mapped that out perfectly, because you could have said, well, I think there's support at 23,300. And what I'll do is I'll take an entry once we break at 23,500. And you can then hold that all the way down to support at that point.
I suppose similar on this, so you don't, like we always say about not having to catch the top, you got to see that confirmation first. With this and the value as well, you really don't need to get a big chunk in.
Oh no, you don't, not at all. But the great thing is, when this thing moves like a truck, it moves like a truck, and that's the best part. Like, if you wanted to see a positive trading this indice, is when the market shifts down, as soon as it breaks to a new sort of section. Like right now, you can see it sort of broke, but now it's reversing a bit on the smaller time frames. As soon as it starts to break and it breaks into a new low, you can move your stop loss above that new low, and you can ride that trend like all the way to like the cows come home.
Yeah. It's interesting, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll press the wrong button. Not bad. Yeah.
So it's just keep it in mind.
It's one of them. I mean, I've been looking to try and get some longer term plays on EG again, but it's I was waiting to I was waiting to get to a certain level on a 4 hour. And he literally blew it away.
Yeah, I haven't really found anything. I mean, I wanted to take buys with gold above 1700, but
Yeah.
forget that.
Yeah,
So
we tried to plan that yesterday. Yeah, it
yeah,
didn't.
that
That's
crushed my
that level.
dreams.
Yeah.
So now we're down at 1670, which to me makes no sense again. But I mean, it's because of oil prices. So there's problems there. But yeah, so like literally today, this last couple of days, I've just been sitting on my hands watching.
You remember our level on EG 88,
Yes.
800, I think it was, or something. So that's kind of below there. I was looking at 88, 350, I think it is roughly on the daily. And I was waiting for it to get above about 87, 500 first before I considered it on the 4 hour and holding a long term play as if them kind of candles previous to it.
Yeah, you could see probably 89 again, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then, but now this 4 hour candle's just come out of nowhere. It's kind of just rocketed everything. So, but yeah, we waiting for it for a little while. Which theoretically I should have been selling it from like where I saw it at like 91, 90s. Yeah. Missed that.
Yeah, like oil right now is at like $9. It spiked all the way down.
Did they give you a time frame on when it's going to be done and dusted, or is it?
Not really.
No, they just.
I mean, if someone bought from the $6 area, I mean, it would make sense. But I mean, I think we're done.
Yeah. Did you choose US30 for a reason, or is it just like a new challenge?
I wanted to see what all the Instagram people were doing, and I wanted to debunk what they were doing.
I knew that'd be a motive.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just.
I was just getting sick and tired of people posting US30 charts like they were making millions of dollars, and it was just so easy.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go look at it myself, and I wanted to debunk what they, that this was so easy to trade US30 because it's not. And I've watched the charts enough to see that US30 you're gambling at 100%. I mean, don't get me wrong. If that's what you want to do, you want to throw $3,000 into $3,000 into a US30 account and just trade it and hope it drops and hope it goes up. I mean, yeah, you can make $20,000-$30,000 off that, but be prepared to lose the $3,000 at the same time.
Yeah,
it's just really too wild.
Interesting. I was going to say, I always like a new challenge. It's interesting, though. Like you said, when you kind of are stuck to a few charts that you know already, and you can kind of go back to them, you already know them. If that makes sense, you might need to get your eye in a bit if you're not with something for a few days. But
that's right.
Looking at other stuff's always good fun.
Take a look at the FTSE then, Chris, because it moves quite well during our sessions.
Is it? Okay.
So I started watching it maybe a week ago. It's decent. It's UK 100 on trading.
Yeah, I got it. I just got it on my thing.
Today's been a rangy day on it though, so don't take today as an example.
Well, that's the thing. It's in. I was sort of saying to Ted about how it would like go ranges and then you get a consolidation kind of breakout type of thing and pushes very heavy. I didn't know if that was a similar thing on US30. You see, that type of situation.
All right, I'm off. See you, everyone.
All right, dude. I'll see you later, dude. Is it me or was the chat stopped? Sorry, YouTube.
No, it's still
Is it
going.
not? Oh, okay.
Your internet's probably shifty a bit.
Yeah. I probably overused it today, to be honest.
Hey, good morning.
Right, man.
Just came home.
Where did Rakeel go?
Right here.
Oh, there he is. What's up, brother?
I've been here for a long time.
So I entered GJ based on that last 15
For a sell?
for a sell, yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, it's at a strong, I'd say, support level. You know, plus the 4-hour candle is about to close. So you might see a pullback.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, after like a big move down like this, better position would be to wait for a resistance to be formed and then start coming down.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
that's
going conservative. I'm just waiting for 10 pips.
yeah, that's how I would approach GJ.
Yeah, agree. After 2 sessions in one direction, you should have a pullback next session.
Yeah. Oh, nice, Josh. This was a good trade here. Candle time was correct. You entered, entry over here, stop down over here, and it was great.
Your GG was a nice trade. Overnight.
Let's say you spot a trade opportunity, but you realize it won't actually happen until market hours are slower. Would you still take that chance, or is it best to wait for another opportunity? It's better to wait for another opportunity while you're there watching. You know, so I was looking at GJ. I wanted to take a trade on GJ, but it didn't really formulate. You know. So I didn't take nothing today. I didn't take any trade today in New York session. Could have taken this US 30, but you know, this was the first time I was watching it. Maybe next time. So if you're taking sell on GJ, where's your stop losses?
I have it above the here.
Oh, like around 130? Like 132, 130?
Yeah, right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the only thing that really bothers me is that the 4-hour candle is about to close, you know, in 30 minutes. So this is like the 15-minute candle closing on the 1 hour. You know, so yeah, that's why I'd be kind of hesitant.
Yeah, I was very hesitant, but I was just expecting an 8:30 volume push.
Yeah. Yeah, because we already had such big pushes, you know.
You're right.
Yeah. I mean, if it's starting to consolidate, it may start to consolidate to push up a bit, and then maybe later on come down. See, it's now broken the high of the 15-minute candle.
You're right.
Ooh, what's this?
I closed it. Mother.
Oh, very nice. See, now it broke the high of the 30-minute candle there as well, so now it will have some room to continue heading up. Attempted stop.
It's your trade.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's been impulse trader. In theory, if you can make $20 and turn it into 200, you can do the same with any account. Yes, that's true. What was you looking to formulate on GJ? I was actually looking for this support to be formed earlier, but then I was hesitant because the momentum was really strong and bearish, and there was still more room to come down to the 4-hour support. But now since we've come down to the 4-hour support, you're seeing the 30-minute broke the high of the previous 30-minute candle, which had no wick to the top. So this could give you some sort of confidence that, okay, maybe the move is ending down as long as we don't break the low on the 30-minute over here. And then you could say, okay, now we should continue, to do a little correction going up. At which time frame you create your support resistance? Well, if you watch all the live streams, you'll know how I do it. Like, at the start of every live stream, I clear my chart and then I plot out my support resistances. So it's pretty easy to look at. Oh wow, I followed my trading plan 8 days out of the 11 days, and the days I didn't follow it, took half my profits. Perfect.
Swim in the sea. Incredibly, people have been spotted in the water here in Blackrock and Salt Hill both today and yesterday.
If GJ is bearish, why do you want to buy? Well, I'm not buying. I'm just watching it. You shouldn't be in a rush to trade.
Do you know what I think happens, Raja? I think that all that talking you do, people ignore all that and they just hear a buy and sell, and that's the only bit they're focused on.
Exactly.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Then they come
That's
back.
true.
And
That's true.
Everything else we've been talking about, it's like ignore, and then it's like buy or sell.
This guy was who asked Ted for his personal receipts, what is he doing and stuff. I was listening and like, why you need to know that?
Looks like gold's going to continue falling here. It broke below 1574. But I don't trade gold, man. I don't trade gold. Very funny. y'all only do trades of 20 to 30 pips. No, actually 10 to 15 pips. Really. Like the day I catch a 30 pip move, I'm like, wow, very nice. But the trade from last night, it ran for like 150 pips, so that's pretty good too.
I like trolling the YouTube chat too.
Yeah, that's true too.
I'm gonna come to a free stream and then I'm gonna criticize. It's free. Look at me go. I'm Tommy Troll. How aggressive would you set trailing stops on USD pairs? Well, I mean, once again, so these are open-ended questions that, you know, when you ask those kind of questions, there's no right answer for. And I know people hate when I say that. It's because it's true. Nobody knows what your comfort level is in terms of your risk tolerance. So when people ask me, where should I put my stop, or where should I do this, or where should I take profit, or should I take partial profit, that there's no right answer to that question. The answer lies within the fact that when you review the chart, where does it make sense looking at the chart? I mean, let's look here, for example. Okay, let's do a very, very simplistic high level example just in this section here. Okay, so what's the first thing that we can see on a very simple level? We're going down, right? So is there any point where I'd be looking for buys? Probably not, right? Because I see this candle's red, this candle's red, and this candle's red, right? So we see that. You know, you can see there's a little bit of a support built here or something like that. Great. Okay, so you know what? My spidey sense tells me that we're probably going to continue down. But we have a problem, and the problem is this candle right here. Because what is it doing? It's going up, right? So now it's foiled all your plans to take a sell. So now you sit here and you say, well, Ted, where should I place my order if I want to take sells, right? So this is what people say is like, Ted, I want to take a sell right now over here. Okay, I need to sell because I'm not taking any trades yet. I need to win a trade. I need to validate my life. So right now, it's pretty hard to sell with a candle that is still looking like it's going up, right? Because we want candles that look like this. So first things first is, how would this candle end up looking like this? So how would we get that candle to look like this? This price here has to go down further, right? So that changes the body of the candle. So if I know that, then I have to say to myself, where would price in this candle then look red? It'd probably be anywhere over here, right? So if I know that, and I know that price is going to be red when it reaches this area here, now I say to myself, well, that's probably where I'm going to have to start taking trades. And then the next question becomes, well, where do I place my stop? The proverbial question that everybody asks every day. Well, if I place my stop over here, or over here, or over here, I have to do some math. A minus B equals C, right? So this means A being my take profit minus my stop loss equals positive, right? Because we want a positive risk to reward. So if I know my stop loss is going to be at 132, 150, right? We know that that's going to be my stop loss. I have to make sure that this stop loss here is smaller than my take profit. So now I have to figure out where my take profit's going to be, and if that makes sense to have my stop loss here. Because if my take profit's only 5 pips and my stop loss is 40 pips up, probably not a good idea. But more importantly is if there's a massive zone here and the exit to that zone, excuse me, is down here, this stop loss over here may not be proper. I might have to use a stop loss up here or up here to allow the trade to go around and then further down, right? Because we can see from previous movements that there's always an arch, right? Price tends to move like that. So you get, you place a stop loss above here, you place a stop loss above here, you place a stop loss above here, right? So knowing that, you have to then figure out some information over here on where you are comfortable and where does it make sense to take a loss if I have to, right? So maybe placing my stop loss over here isn't good because this could possibly push up. And if I understand that, maybe 2 candles will push up back to here and then we will start to move down here. So if I anticipate that, because we're on the 30-minute chart, I know that I can take trades below here, but I'm going to have to wait for the candles to then form. And what I'm looking for, once again, is a rejection to the upside so that the candle continued to drive down. So I have to be able to understand that. So there might be a time where I have to wait to see how that trade works. And that's the reason why I tell people, you can't, I can't give you an answer to where you want to place a stop loss. I just can't, because I don't know what your strategy is and I don't know what you're comfortable with is. What if you place a stop loss over here and a take profit down over here and the trade does this all the way through? You're going to be panicking up over here because now you're minus $300 and you're like, well, Ted, that's a huge stop loss. Okay, well, I didn't know that. I just know that it's a safe stop loss if you put it up here, because chances are the trade can bounce around there, but will still go down. But if we do pass that stop, then we know the trend is reversing at that point, right? So these are things that you have to map out, and you have to figure out, okay, why am I doing what I'm doing? And that's probably your key at that point. And once you figure that out, everything else makes sense.
You just see this, Ted, as the 12th of March daily candle, just a complete mirror of that currently. Do you think that's what we're looking at now and potentially a pullback to that same kind of level to push further again?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Cheers.
Look at this trade I took. All right. Oh, nice. Beautiful. How did you're talking about is I think I'm getting emotionally engaged in the trade, so I appreciate the clear thought. Yeah, I think when you get the moment you feel like you're getting emotionally involved. Okay, here's the thing. I've really correlated with how we get emotionally involved with the trade with respect to how we get emotionally involved with someone on Instagram. When someone talks bad things about you, you just want to keep looking at them and keep trolling them, and you just want to get engaged in that conversation. But the best thing to do is to just ignore it and walk away. The same thing goes with trading here. If you take a trade, let's say on GTA, you took a buy over here, you hit stop loss, and now price came down, you took another buy, you hit stop loss, and that's where now you're getting really engaged with that pair. So that's the time where you need to say, okay, you know what, I'm probably gonna. Maybe I want to call it a day, or maybe now I want to step away because I took my one chance, 2 chances, it didn't work. So those things are really important when you consciously decide that, okay, maybe now I might want to just walk away, maybe not take a trade today. Because I had one trade that was GJSL, and after that I was in no rush to take a trade in New York session. Probably because nothing really formulated at all. But there was no rush at all. If I trust the strategy, taking into account the majority of times I win, it is 70 to 80%. Could the risk assumed be increased by 5%, or would it be wrong? I think you'll need to test it out. I think you'll need to test it out with like maybe 1%, 2%, and really see if you really, if the win rate is really 70 to 80%. If you feel like it is, the risk is just gonna go up naturally. You know, naturally you're gonna be prone to use more risk. Don't walk away, stand up for yourself, break computer. Yeah, that works too. You know, just stand up, break the monitor, and walk away. Can you take a look at this chart? Is that level of good resistance for a trailing stock? Let's take a look. Oh wow, we are right about gold. Gold did fall further. What's this? Safe trailing stop. Yes. I think you could also trail it below the 30-minute highs here. If you're really thinking that, you know, like if you really want to secure profits, you can trail it above the highs on the 30-minute, but I think that's also good. So the thing with trailing stop is you're accepting the fact that if it comes up and hits it, that's what you're going to end up profiting. How did you learn to trade? Start as a hobby or professional? Yeah, I think it starts with a hobby. What do you think about what's going on in the markets with the Fed's coronavirus and financial markets? I honestly don't think anything at all. What I think is, what opportunity am I going to have when I wake up the next morning for a New York session? As long as the New York session is still alive, I can still make money, and that's it.
I always wonder what the obsession is with stuff that we'll never understand.
Honestly, I would never understand FETs or the way
neither would I. Like, to tell you the truth, I don't even know what they're gonna do. Nor, I mean, and there's people like that talk to me about stuff like that. And the thing is, if shit hits the fan, the markets is the least thing that we have to worry about. Like that's the biggest thing that I can tell people right now. Like as traders, yeah, if shit hits the fan, you're not worried about the markets. You're worried about buying food. You're worried about making sure you have a roof over your head. Like the markets are the last thing that you're worried about. And more importantly, we're all going to be in the same position. If there's no food on the shelves or there's no gas for you to fill your car up, it doesn't matter how much money you have, you're not going to be able to get it. So you have to keep that in mind. So when people always talk to me about these doomsday scenarios and they're like, well, what do you think, Ted? I'm like, I'll be in the same position as you.
I'm going to look after me.
Yeah. Like we're all going to be stuck in the same spot. So, I mean, like Raja said, the best thing to do is like, hey, every morning come try and find a trade in New York session, make some money, cash it out and put it underneath your pillow or something.
Yep.
Just plan your Mad Max outfit.
Yeah.
Literally, yeah.
And the thing is as well, until it happens, it's not happening.
Yeah,
so.
That's the other thing too. I mean, you know, if shit hits the fan, well, we're all in it together. So
we'll know about it real quick.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we'll be fine.
How are people working out with no gym? Yeah, I do P90X.
Oh, trying to get that summer body.
Yep.
I tried that, but fuck, it's so hard.
It is hard. Yeah, trust me. That guy just makes it look so easy. I don't even have a pull-up bar in my house, so I just have to sort of watch him during that section, so I get a little bit of extra rest.
That's hard.
Yeah, no, it's insane.
My body's going to be all over the place. I'm going to have no back muscles, but I'll have some strong chest and shoulder and triceps.
Are you on a diet? Some kind? What you eat?
But you have a beard, Ted, so girls liked it.
Yeah, that's right.
Uh-oh.
Oh, dear.
Hey.
Oh, dear.
Is Mac over here?
No.
No. No. I was wondering. Mac, if you watch the replay, I love you, man.
At least we're all going to get some good thumb muscles from the gulag.
Yeah, indeed.
But actually, last night I finished 25th.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
On your own?
Yep.
Oh, you must have just hid in some building.
I'm getting better. I know I run over to the airport now, and I just hide at the airport all the time.
Right. So anyone that now plays Call of Duty.
Yeah. So I go to the airport right away, and I sit and I collect all the guns at the airport.
Awesome.
That's a safe play.
Yeah, I'm up for a bit of a session tonight.
Yeah, the airport or the graveyard.
Yeah.
Airport's good, man.
Graveyard where the broken planes are. That's where you find good stuff.
That's right.
Yep. Did you know in the airport you can go in the planes on the airfield, like inside them?
Oh really?
Oh really?
No, I go on the back. I go on the back of the planes. To pick
There's a
up
bit you can jump in, like there's like a, you know, them things you climb up, like the rope climb things.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Hangs over the side. You can jump on it and it climbs up. I found it up a pure fluke the other day.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was playing last night and none of you guys were on, so I was just playing on my own.
I'll have some time tonight.
Ladies and gents, I'm doing a runner. Thank you kindly. Take care.
Thank you. Take care.
Yep. Okay.
The chat's telling us all the best spots on Call of Duty now.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, we need to pay attention.
I'm not putting my name on Call of Duty on here. If you find me, you find me.
Can you imagine it?
I don't need 10,000 new friends. Trust me. I don't play the game enough to think that I need all these friends on there.
Or if you find Ted in Gulag,
yeah,
then
that's
you find
easy.
it.
I won Gulag last night too.
That will be easier.
and I revived 3 of the guys too. I was a full soldier yesterday.
Oh man! Wow, I'm impressed. Very nice. Very nice.
It's all about what gun you get. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes.
Yeah. I agree. 100%.
So you like the medic then?
Well, I was because I needed them to start killing guys too, because I was killing all the guys because I got the gun with the infrared, so I could see them better. Like that's the scope you need. You get the infrared scope. Oh man, the game's so easy. You just hit the target.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I was doing that. But...
I think I've only picked one up with the infrared scope. It's like it's the best game I've ever played. I was like, oh, this is so easy.
PUBG is better than Call of Duty.
Well, that's good. That's good too. I got bored of that though.
I don't even know what that is. Like this is the funny part about the internet is like no matter what you say, there's gonna be someone with another opinion, and it's like I don't even know what that is.
It's a similar game, but it's like a one-player thing. Well, actually, no. I think you play teams as well. Actually, you can play teams too.
I don't know.
GoldenEye. Now that's better. I can remember GoldenEye. What was it? Nintendo, whatever it was.
GoldenEye is the original.
Yeah, for real. That's the first one. You know, it's always be that odd job, dude.
Wow, looks like GJ's continuing over here. Crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of chilled for a little while, isn't it? Could well break out.
What do you think about UJ? Well, since there's nothing else to do here, let's take a look at UJ. Ooh, UJ is approaching some sort of a resistance. Yeah, it looks like it's approaching some sort of resistance here. Man, I'm so happy finally our order of magic keys is coming in today.
Nice.
Yeah, it took them a whole month. The post service for the entire world is delayed. A bunch of countries in like the Europe, they stopped taking mail in, like Denmark, Netherlands, Spain, Italy.
Yeah, stuff's a lot slower here right now.
Yeah.
Just things I've ordered and it's took a long time to come, and yeah.
Yeah, some of our orders, they came back saying that the service to this country is temporarily suspended.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
That's a shame.
That's a pretty shame.
That's kind of to be expected, right?
What do you do when you are not streaming trading? Well, I have to. I'm doing stuff at home. I work out. Yesterday was 420, so it's pretty busy with that. Kind of like play with my son, play with my friends, Call of Duty.
Yep.
I troll sometimes too. That's fun sometimes.
Pass this time.
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yep. So basically, the only time I look at the charts is like when the stream starts till 2 minutes ago. After this, I'm not interested in looking at charts.
Yeah, on that note, I'm going to do one. Have a good one, guys.
Asian session.
Yeah.
I'll catch up with you tonight.
All right, man. Take care. I'll head off.
Okay, Monty.
See you, boys.
Okay. Take care, everybody.
All right,
Fun.
See you guys.
See you guys in Warzone in a little bit.